Danzaburou.
The newest god coming to SMITE is the Japanese hunter named Danzaburou. This god is coming with the 7.12 update notes, which will go live on December 15th. His passive is called Dubious Savings. Each time Danzaburou gains gold, he stores 10% of that gold into one of his pouches. Whenever a pouch is full, Danzaburou gains bonus gold and a permanent physical power boost. He then switches to another pouch, which has a higher gold limit. His first pouch requires 80 gold to be filled, then 140, 200, and 300 for the rest respectively. He gets a permanent bonus of 10 power for each pouch that's filled, and a bonus gold of 180, 265, 350, and then finally 500 for each pouch. Danzaburou's first ability is called Fool's Gold. He sends out 3 money bags that go through and damage enemy minions, but stops on the first enemy god hit. Gods that are hit with the money bag become intoxicated and drop a gold coin, which can be picked up by Danzaburou or one of his allies, which will then give him 10 gold. When the money bag stops moving or hits an enemy god, it will turn into an explosive which will do burst damage after a short delay. Subsequent hits of the money bag or explosions deal 20% damage. His second ability is called Alluring Spirits. Danzaburou takes a swig of his bottle in which he gains a small amount of health and then throws it out in front of him, which deals damage to enemy gods that are in the inner circle. The bottle applies stacks to enemy gods that are in the area, which slows them. Once they reach 3 stacks, they will then be taunted towards the bottle. Enemies that take more than 30% of their max health while taunted are broken out early. The slow that it applies is 10%, which can be stacked up to 3 times on each enemy god. The taunt from the bottle will last for 1 second, but the bottle can be destroyed by enough hits to it. It takes 2 hits to destroy it at the first 2 ranks, 3 hits and the next 2 ranks, and the final rank of this ability will give it 4 hits to break the bottle. Danzaburou's third ability is called Tanuki Trickery. He summons a field around him in which he becomes slow immune, gains speed, and takes less damage from basic attacks. If you leave the field before it disappears, Danzaburou turns into a leaf and also spawns leaf decoys that mimic his movement. While he is in this leaf state, he gains even more movement speed, is still slow immune, and he can pass through enemies. After a short delay from transforming, any hit from enemy gods, or if Danzaburou himself attacks, he will revert back to his normal form. The field lasts for 5 seconds, and leaf duration lasts for 4 seconds. While you're in the field, you have a 20% reduced basic attack damage from enemies. You also gain 10% movement speed, 12.5%, 15%, 17.5%, and finally 20% at max rank. Whenever you're in leaf form, however, your movement speed boost jumps up to 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40% increase. And finally, his ultimate is called Uproarious Rocket. Danzaburou summons a rocket which can either be locked onto an enemy or controlled by yourself. Once you prepare the ability, you can rotate within 180 degrees to lock on to an enemy god, or if you refire the ability for a second time, you will have free range to control the rocket itself. Once it's fired, the rocket damages and passes through all enemy minions, stopping on the first enemy god hit. The enemy god that's hit is both damaged and stunned. The rocket blast also deals 50% damage in a larger area around the enemy god. The stun will last for 1 second, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and finally 1.4 seconds at final rank.
theater. It is not my time. The man with the bigger gun always wins. Or, in this case, the tanuki. Naruhodo. You think just because I'm small, I want to put up a fight? You want a sip of my sake, huh? Well, you're gonna have to come over here and get it. Do not underestimate me. I can be frighteningly fast, deadly, and other scary things. Are you sure this is the real me? Okay, it is. Now put down your weapon. Do not compare me to a kitsune. We tanuki are the best. Don't you forget it. I once hid as a teapot, but someone took me and locked me away for a year. Never again. 俺はDanzaburou, かかってこい! What? Are your subtitles not turned on? Wow! 信じられない. Well done. Cancel that. That's right. Danzaburou is the best. すげえ. Okay. Be right back. Complete it. Stepping away for a moment. Out of mana. Yes. No. Please. Ah, ごめんなさい. Thanks. Wait. こんにちは. さようなら. 頑張って. よかった. Let's all have fun. 頑張って. 面白い. よし. うるさい. 面白い. 大丈夫. やばい. 仕方ない. You're welcome. Attack fire giant. Enemies in the jungle. Be careful. Defend. Enemy missing. Gank. Help. Need healing. Enemies incoming. We need wards. Retreat. Save yourself. I'm on it. Falling back. I'm building stacks. I'll attack. I need the jungle buff. Take this jungle buff. I'll defend. I'll gank. I will ward. I'm returning to base. Enemies have returned.